Hey, Dr. Tyler Williams with Better Sleep SLC. Thanks for checking out this video today and being here. And you found this video because you're interested in anti-snoring devices or anti-snoring products. And if you do an online search for anti-snoring, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of different devices, gadgets, strips, different things that people use all the time for anti-snoring. So we're going to talk about some of those that I've tested personally or dug up the research on or have worked with other people who have used these products and let you know which work better and which don't work as well. So we'll kind of break these down into three main anti-snoring products. If you also have sleep apnea, which is common with most people who snore, then you can check out some of our other videos that go more into sleep apnea treatments. But for purpose of this, we're talking about snoring only. Now, first, let's define what causes snoring. Snoring is caused by either a large tongue or small mouth, small airway, or losing some of the elasticity at the back of your throat. With age, our skin loses some of that elasticity or the collagen, and so it can hang down a bit, just like on our arms or, anywhere on our body. With aging, we can get wrinkles, right? And so think of it kind of like a wrinkle in the back of your throat. And as that hangs down, when you breathe in and out, when you sleep, it's kind of like having a pinched pipe on a car where it makes more noise. So snoring in and of itself isn't necessarily a major health risk. It could be an annoyance to your family or your dog, or maybe makes you embarrassed to travel. But snoring just alone by itself isn't always a major issue, right? I snore occasionally, and I wear a device that also is for sleep apnea treatment. Even though I haven't been diagnosed with sleep apnea, I'm borderline. I'm close to having sleep apnea, and so I use this device because it covers both bases. But for the anti-snoring, we'll kind of break these down into three categories. All right. The first one is things you would put in your nose. Second one is things you'd put in your mouth. And then the third one would be things that help you with position. All right. So things that may go in your nose, they make nasal strips. They make nose cones. Those are two of the most common ones that I see. Things that go in your mouth would be like a snoring guard. There are different brands that are available, things you can buy over the counter. And then positional, you'd have things like, different types of mattresses, pillows. There are straps that you can put around your waist that keep you on your side so you don't roll on your back. Most people who snore louder on their back. And all those things can help. The key thing to remember is that snoring often happens at the back of your tongue. All right. So if you kind of think about your air coming in a Y shape, it comes in either through your nose or your mouth when we breathe, and it comes to a Y shape. Well, if that Y shape gets blocked by our tongue or a small airway, or maybe you have a sore throat and there's congestion, it doesn't matter if you open up your nose more or open up your mouth more. If that tongue is in the way, you're not going to get enough oxygen, or you're not going to get enough air in to mute the snoring. And that's the thing people most commonly misunderstand when I talk about snoring and sleep apnea. People, they will often say, well, I have allergies, or I'm a mouth breather, or I'm a nose breather. And those are important things to know, right? Generally speaking, nose breathing is a lot healthier. But if I'm nose breathing and there's a blockage at the back of my tongue, that oxygen is not getting into my lungs the way it should. If I'm mouth breathing and there's a blockage at the back of my tongue, the air's not getting the way it should. And that causes people to sometimes choke or gasp when they sleep, which is a common sign of sleep apnea that's associated. As far as devices that go in the mouth, our office specializes in sleep apnea oral appliances. Now, these are custom fit, and they're FDA approved, and they're covered by Medicare and medical insurance and flex spending accounts, because they are a customized medical device. So the over-the-counter ones are trying to copy the same idea, but you may boil and bite these. Some of them you just put them in as they are. Some of them you might do some home impressions or something like that. These are not FDA approved for sleep apnea. And the reason is because they can't make that claim because they have not been evaluated by a medical professional and fit by someone who has the experience to be able to do that. But they can help with snoring for some cases. The common downside of these is people complain that they're loose, or they make their gums sore, or they fall out, or they feel really bulky because they're kind of a semi-customizable one-size-fits-all. But they can be good if you're transitioning. Maybe you're in Invisalign or braces right now and your teeth are changing. So a custom fit device isn't something your mouth's quite ready for. So that's a great solution. And then the third one would be positional devices like beds and pillows. And again, those things can help with head tilt. They can keep your airway more open. There is science to show that when we tip our chin down, that can constrict or pinch our airway. So keeping your chin up can help you breathe better. And you can notice that sometimes the way people walk, if they have a posture where they kind of have a forward head tilt, a lot of people with that are going to have more snoring issues because it's like pinching a straw or pinching a pipe. It's not going to get as much air. So using those things can help. But as I mentioned, if the blockage is at the back of your tongue and you're trying to straighten your airway down here, you're still not getting to the root of the problem, which is the obstruction, which is your tongue or small airway or combination. So whether you use something at home or something that's medically approved by a professional, you can use a combination of these things to really improve your health. There isn't usually a one size fits all for everybody. And that's what we've learned about sleep, is that it's not as easy as take this magic pill or use this magic device and all your problems are solved. It takes some work. It's like diet and exercise. There's multiple approaches, and it's something that you learn and you get feedback over time on what works. But if you do have sleep apnea and you're interested in a non-surgical, non-CPAP option, please give us a call or text us. If you have a CPAP or you have an oral device or you've had surgery, you can use some of these things like nasal strips or positional devices to help improve the effectiveness of your sleep apnea treatment. But generally, alone, they're not going to treat or fix your sleep apnea by themselves. So thanks for checking out this video, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one. Have a great day.